Long before the 2024 election was ever in the mindset of voters, CTH pointed out the specific moves the people who control Nikki Haley were taking in 2018, go deep. It wasn't difficult to predict because Haley followed the Bush plan to an exacting measure. The Bush plan is the 5-year roadmap that modern Republican consultants use to position their principle in the approved Republican lane. This 5-year plan was the same historic approach done for Ronald Reagan. With a candidate in the private sector, the professional donor class make investments in the candidate while it is legal to do so. The investments are made in anticipation of future influence. This is simply how money influences politics. It is not coincidental that it was also 2018, when DeSantis exited his congressional seat to establish the 2024 agenda. The UN as an institution is also in alignment with the highbrow Prescott Bush clan. Ms. Nikki Haley is regarded by this clan as a very valuable commodity. As I said in 2018, if they can't get Jeb, or another Bush, i.e. DeSantis, over the finish line, they will be much better positioned with investments in Nikki Haley. To be sure, for the voters this is an impossible lift, but the RNC-RGA donor class do not regard the voters as part of the equation. For too many years they have assembled the illusion of choice, and they are still stuck in that paradigm. They did not feel threatened by the Tea Party, and they quite simply do not understand the larger MAGA movement. The billionaires feel above the fray in their sheeple constructs, and remember, for them Newsom is just fine too. September 27, Reuters. Republican presidential hopeful Nikki Haley appears to be one of the biggest beneficiaries of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' faltering campaign, with more donors saying they are looking more closely at her candidacy as an alternative to frontrunner Donald Trump. Reuters spoke to 4 donors and one source close to a major donor who were impressed by the former South Carolina governor and U.S. ambassador to the United Nations in the first Republican presidential debate in August and said they were keen to donate should she continue to strengthen as a candidate. They will be watching to see how she does at the second debate in California on Wednesday night among those vying to win the party's nomination to run for president in the 2024 election. DeSantis, once seen as the most formidable challenger to former President Trump, has struggled to catch fire amid missteps and relentless Trump attacks on his candidacy. Despite his campaign's struggles, he has retained the support of some major donors. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than donors are crucial to keeping White House hopefuls afloat, and the willingness of some to now look beyond DeSantis underscores his struggle to convince donors that he is the best alternative to Trump. It also shows the despair of some Republican establishment donors looking for a viable candidate who is not Trump. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than of the 5 donors looking at Haley. 3 have so far broadly sat out the campaign, while 1 has donated to DeSantis and another was supportive of him but did not donate. Reuters also spoke to a half-dozen Haley donors, advisors to donors, and even supporters of other candidates who said more donors are looking at Haley. Read more. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than for a deep dive into the financial construct Nikki Haley put together. Go here. Reference the CTH archives from November 2019, when she registered the Stand for America Super PAC. For an overall summary of what she has been doing, go here and see the internal citations assembled a few weeks ago. Haley's Super PAC donor files have been leaked and the funding pattern is similar to Ron DeSantis, only Nikki Haley has more rich Democrats. Go deep.